ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is Captain Frank Hawks. Now, I know it hasn't been that long. Okay, it's only been like a day since you and I last saw each other. But in the time that I've been away from you, I have had a real hard time putting down Echoes of Elysium. Now, I'm going to take a moment here in just a second to show to you how many survival games I have. Okay? Give me a sec. All right. Here we are in my Steam. I have 28 survival games. All of these games I have picked up and played for an hour or two, absolutely loved, and then put down. Okay? The one game I'm actually struggling to put down is a game that I don't consider to be a survival game. And that's Echoes of Elysium. And that's what we're getting into up here next. Don't mind me, I'm just in pain. So, in the time that I have played this game, I have answered many questions that there were before. I know a lot of YouTubers, what they like to do is they like to have all of the answers ahead of time so that they can do the tips and tricks, the walkthrough, things of that nature. For me, it's intricately more complex than that. For me, I have to explore the game to be comfortable. On one hand, this means there's shit that I will never know. On the other hand, this means that there are answers I will have that nobody else will have, because I will have figured some shit out. Okay, before we dive into this, I want to try to create a schematic to try to show you some of the things that we have to think about. I might do that after. And the reason why is because this is already going to be enough of a bitch by its fucking self. We may as well take our time and try to demonstrate appropriately. Anyways, let's get into it. All right, welcome back to Echoes of Elysium. While I have the opportunity, while we're not absolutely under siege by fucktards, I'm going to grab a few things. A ship is broken up into several parts. You have what's called the middle line. It's literally the line that divides the ship in half from bow to stern. You have what's called the beam. The beam of the ship is the line that divides the ship in half from port to starboard. This is port. This is starboard. Okay? This is the bow. This is astern, or the stern. Shit. Yeah. I knew that was a matter of time. Okay, we're not fucked up yet. See that? That's another ship. From our starting area, diving, we should have a clear indicator of a lighthouse. I'm thinking that's here. So that's where we're headed, which from our position on the map, even though we don't have a compass, is due south by southeast. Diving. That is an enemy vessel. That ship will fuck us sideways. If you line up on it, you'll know how far away it is and whether it is above you or below you. Coming about, due south, east. Okay, so on the compass, we're not exactly southeast yet. So on the compass, the line directly in between east and south is southeast. The line closer to east is east by southeast. The line closer to south is south by southeast. This is the direction we're headed in, and for very good reason. One of our main obstacles is cloud cover. Because you won't know that there's something on the other side of it until you fucking hit it. So I'm trying to get under this cloud. Clouds are good when you're seeking protection. When you're trying to avoid enemies and stay safe. It's not good when this is all you can see. Okay. Okay, we're close to the bottom, I think. We need to come up some, but I don't want to be in the cloud cover while doing it. Okay, we've got land. Let's come up. This isn't creepy. You see that? Pegasus? Not Pegasus, sorry. That Centaur Archer? That is a block of land. And that might be right over what we're looking for. We're almost to it. Which means we need to come up some. Which does worry me for all the cloud cover. There's a fuck ton of cloud cover. I'm trying to get above it. Because right now that's obfuscating something we could end up running into. Especially considering the chunk of land we just saw. So what has to happen is we have to dry dock in order to be able to upgrade our ship in any real capacity. Okay, coming to 1/2. Also, at any time, we can step away and attempt to see. Or grab shit. Right now, I'm not going to do that. According to this, we're over it. There's a shipwreck there. Shipwrecks are damn fucking useful. Look at that. There's land. Now, it being land in the first place is not very helpful to us. What we're on the hunt for right now, I'm glad we're above it, is a lighthouse. Which means I don't think that this is where we're supposed to be. There's already a fucking sky mine waiting for our ass. Just mine. It's just a mine. What I want to know is what those currents do. You see the light blue, swishy swish? I want to know what the fuck that does. And we'll see it on our compass when there is, in point of fact, a dry dock that we can make landfall at. So most of these shipwrecks that you're seeing in the top right-hand corner have fucktards on them. We're not equipped to deal with the fucktards yet. So we were in here. We came. Oh, look. Due north. Due north. See, that's what happens when you don't explore the map right. So right now we're north by northeast, just about. We should get there in plenty of time. I can, of course, stop and walk around. I can grab stuff. If I'm slow enough, I can just bippity-boppity-boo around the ship and grab a bunch of shit. I'm not really worried about it right now. But we're going to go ahead and throttle up to maximum. And we'll see how quickly we get there. And here soon enough, you're going to see it pop up on our compass. That fucker was aiming right at me. We are not in a position to contend with adversaries at this time. We're not in a position to be able to contend with enemies at this time. Right now, we're just barely surviving. And that is not enough. Not by a long shot. We need much better setup. In order to get that better setup, we have to make dry dock. Where we find dry dock is at places like this. Okay? When you see this on the map, you have an opportunity. There's rocks around us. We gotta be careful. Okay. We're okay-ish. See, if you notice that one rock over to our port side, that's where we started game. Right over there. That's the starter island. I'm going to come up a little because I don't really feel like running into any of these rocks. Running aground has a pretty bad side effect. So I do have my own save that I play on. That save has taught me a lot about this game and a lot that we need to know ahead of time. First and foremost, some fucking retard decided that you need a sprocket, which is a cog, by the way, to learn how to make a fucking cog or a sprocket. Okay, you don't need the actual thing. You need the idea in your head to be able to pull it off. Also, it would probably behoove me to go back and watch my own videos before I record videos. Just saying. Okay. So, based on how we're moving, I'm going to say that we're moving at 19 knots. So, you'll notice that our ship has a middle line denotation, which is that middle metal bracket. And as far as the weight of the ship, what's maintaining the weight of the ship are these 6 thrusters. Okay? That's what allots weight. So we can't really leave dry dock until we're in a position to update that. Which means shenanigans. But in the interim, okay. Coming about. There it is. Boom. $620 meters and closing. And we're perfectly aligned to it. We don't have to go up or down. While we are here, I'm going to somewhat expand the ship. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. And we're dead on it too. Okay. In order to park at this place, we have to contend with a number of problems, starting with mines and an enemy aboard. So we're about at the correct angle. Reducing to 1/2, or as close as I can get to 1/2. Guys, whomever the developmental team is, I'm going to say this to you one time and one time clearly. There has to be 1/4, 1/2, 3/4, and full speed. Okay? That's a necessity. Without that, you fucked. Okay. This is where we're going to unlock a lot of tools. Dropping to minimal. Park it. Sails up. We have to go contend with some problems. Ow. Careful. Okay, we gotta go deal with fucknut down there. Whew! That was close. Oh, we're about to die. Fuck off. Oh, we still have one landmine. Let's see if I can't get this guy to go off. Oh, I ran out of Sammys. Oh, and I'm dead. That's okay, my ship's right over there. We'll talk about that in a second. Call. Hey, shitbag. All right. Dry dock is unlocked. All right. I gotta figure out where I'm parked. 1/4. Ah, fuck it, full. G is to dock. Welcome home. I want you to kind of notice. Okay, we have a lot of work to do and very little time to do it in. While we are here, there are things that we have to unlock, and it's going to take us some time to do it. Because I don't really know where copper is, which is what I think that is. So we need to unlock mechanical breakthrough. We need to unlock the deck gun. We need to unlock the winch. We need to unlock the lithium condenser. We need to unlock the small engine core. We need to unlock the locator, crude thrusters, basic rudder, crude helm, some interior design. These two fucking bitches, which we have a cog to do, don't waste that on some other dumb shit. Okay? We have to unlock basic tools. Do not be deluded. Armor does not fucking save you. We have to unlock these. So we basically have to unlock the whole fucking list while we are here, before we go anywhere else. To that endeavor. This is what we're talking about here. These 6 thrusters are what give us, in the long run, the 800 pounds necessary to be able to fly. There is a lot that we have to do in very little time. So, that being said, now, a lot of people will look at me like I'm fucking haphazard and crazy. Bear with me. We have to start over fresh. Okay? What I don't understand is why the semicircle pieces aren't available to fill out this part of the deck. Okay? Backmost section. Okay. See, we don't have the semicircles to fill out the rest. And no, I don't mean these pieces, because those should have deck pieces on them. So I'm just gonna fill them in anyways, even though they're gonna stick out funny. And there's a legitimate reason why. Okay, we're gonna need more wood. Oh, look at that. See that little blue thing down there? That's a big chunk of lithium right there. And we're going to come up with the tools to be able to break this down and use it. Okay. Alright, where was I? At least I know wood. Okay. Wood and metal scrap. We have the metal scrap in the wood. Might be all like, why are you reinventing yourself? And there ain't really a point at this juncture. Well, you'll see here in a damn minute. This is going to take us a little bit to accomplish. We haven't even gotten to the processing of the island yet. Okay, up here is going to be cargo storage, to a degree. We need this. I'd rather this be 4 as opposed to aft. 4 means the front of the ship. Okay? Actually, now that I'm looking at it, we're going to need a lot more ship by a little bit. So, yeah. Okay, we gotta get more wood. Okay. I have my reasons. Don't argue. No, B. Ow! Fuck! Ow! My fucking face, man. Oh. Okay. for the now. Now, you may notice what I'm working here on, what I'm doing here, is I'm basically making a 3x hull, 2 decks longer than it ought to be, which poses significant challenges. If those thrusters die out from underneath us, which is why I need the bucket. Which is why I'm fucking hoping. We need more wood. That's fine. Here, I'll talk about it in a sec. Sneezing hurt the fuck out of my gums. Give me a second. Whew. Okay. The reason why I think that we need to unlock this, okay, is not a complicated one. The reason why is because without it, we can't accomplish certain things. Like, I don't think that we could remove that and put in just floor decks and put in 4, maybe more actual support thrusters without it. I don't think that we're going to be able to do that. I know it looks like I'm kind of making a captain's cabin. That's not what I'm doing. Okay. There's a lot that we have to work on, and I've kind of deliberately sabotaged us because we don't have these yet. But I pried those materials anyway. So we're not going any fucking where. Not until we unlock this. And we're going to try to unlock in order. So, in order to be able to get this bitch, we're going to need more fucking wood. Okay. See this guy? This guy is a rock. Shaved down, it becomes ammunition for your cannon. You want that bitch. Don't second guess that motherfucker right there. Pick up as many of them as you can. You have to be able to carry a lot of them because you only really get 20 shots per cannon until you have to reload. That should let us finish out the framework. Okay. Now, I'm not going to fill those, and you'll see why later. Need more wood. Oh, dude. Is that a second node? Yes, it is. Holy crap. We're going to be making some money while we're here. Well, not money, but it'll feel that way. Okay. We've got the rough outline of a ship. Okay? That's what we have. That's where that bitch goes. And we'll kind of go from there. I'm not really worried about storage yet. We need to find that material. But before we can do that, we need this. Before anything else, we need this. Hinges are nice too. Gonna need 5 hinges, 5 sprockets, copper. Let's see what we got here. We're missing a crystal. We've got one of these things. Okay. We're going to need several chunks of lithium, if I understand it correctly. We have to do that before we go. I'll be damned. I don't know what it does. Dematerializes resources to gain knowledge. Okay. Let's talk for a second before we get too much deeper. Because right now we got a rickety rig. This is our center line. The center line of our ship should match to the best of our ability. And I'm going to see if I can pull this off. I might not be able to. There we go. The center line of our hover tug. Huh. That makes me question if we can put shit in there. These are our hoverers. These must go the way of the dodo in the long run. Okay? Just saying. It's really nothing that come up with that. Okay. We got this is where that big crystal goes. This can dismantle things to make other things. Copper. You need to take a swift look around the island. We know we've got some lithium nodes, which is dope as shit. And we got some rocks. Don't let that other colored rock fool you. That might not be copper. Weird. I think we actually have to go look at it. Be able to tell what it is. I think it's just a rock node. They all look either like that or like that. Tan color. Pretty much. We have to hope somewhere here on this island there's a copper node. Food! I'll cover food here soon enough. We're going to need a galley so that we can make better food, which should take nigh on to fucking ever. Food helps you recuperate your health. It's important. Okay, there's our second lithium node. I think that's just a rock. Just a rock. That looks bronzy as shit, don't it? It's just a rock. I'm thinking when we get our better tools, this is where we get it from, the copper chunks. Copper chunk, yeah. I'm not going to haul that yet. Something else we need. Shit. Yeah, okay. Need this with quickness. Shit, we don't have that yet because we don't got that yet. Fuck. Okay. Okay, well, I'm going to tuck you back here behind the stairs. Stay. Stay. Don't give a shit. Gonna go ahead and do the sails up the way I like them. First sail is 1 block behind the prow. Second sail is gonna be up there. Okay. Okay. Let's see. We need to figure out copper chunks. I don't think we're going to figure out copper chunks until we get better tools. So, we'll make one of these. That should give us these. Alright. I need 3 pieces of wood. Oh, it disappeared. It's okay, we have other resources for wood. It's just in my mind, that's a question that needs to be answered now. So, there we go. We have wood. I need cogs for that. There's one cog. To answer the question that has been in my mind since I figured this out. And we're going to find out right now. Okay, so that isn't actually any goddamn thing. That's just window dressing. It's decoration. Nope. How about this fucking thing? Nope. So you may be asking yourself, what the fuck does that do? I'm about to show you. But I want to show you in a simple way. Booyah. And on this guy over here. I miss. Rest, rest, rest. Actually, I'm going to haul you up here because you can answer a question for us. Big rock. No, we don't shoot big rocks. It would be nice. Only problem is I do not know what fuels this. We have the big rock. Where'd the big rock go? And we don't know what fuels it. That's fucking epic. Big rock going. Am annoyed. Okay, we've got this thing. Let's see if we can make this core. Right click. Where did our lithium node go? Yep. This might cause us problems, so I am a little concerned. But at the same, yeah, and the big rocks float. I don't know why. I don't know how many of those it's going to take, and I don't know what fuels this. So there's one. There's 2. Add fuel. Well, we don't know what the fuel is, so there's that. Let's see here. It's not metal, it's not rock, it's not lithium. It's not wood. So I don't know what fuels this. Probably another chunk. Probably another chungus, my dude. Yep. That went away too. So apparently... Oh, we can pick it up later. So, mechanical breakthrough. A breakthrough in research that allows you to access new automated technology. That would be handy AF. This is what we need next. To be able to make that, which probably fuels the bitch. So, we got tons of lithium, we got enough wood we need, and we got one of these, so we need 2 of those. Okay. That fat bitch. I'm going to put there, because that seems most reasonable to me. This will produce the fuel that will allow us, once we have this, will allow us to have other opportunities as far as flight is concerned. It's going to be a minute before we can get here. Okay? This powers stuff like this. Okay? Okay. So, in order to make one of these, we need one of these and 5 of these. Since I got a bunch, I'm just going to stick that there. I'm just going to make a few of those. I'm going to go ahead and stick those in there, and that's just going to make stuff. See? Making. Our engine will go back here somewhere. Engine room-esque. And I'm wondering if one of those will power this. Once that's powered, I don't know what it will do for us or against us. Give me that. But we're going to find out. So let's see. It is not this. So whatever powers this is not one of these devices that we presently have, which is interesting to say the least. Let's see what our next opportune goal is. I'm not really worried about a deck gun yet, even though I have an idea where I want that to go. And before all of you are like, you need to have like 4 of those, there's only got to be 1 deck gun because of how small our ship is. Which means it either needs to go on the prow, which is the same as the bow, or the section of the bow, okay? Or it needs to go dead center, main deck. We'll figure that out in time. The winch, on the other hand, is deeply useful, and that may end up going on the prow. This fucking thing is handy as shit, to a point, because it allows you to store large chunks of things, which I personally find handy, but it's a heavy motherfucker, so I'm not going to be using that anytime in the near future. This is our next most opportune thing that we have to work on. The helm has to be placed in order for us to move forward. So we need one of these, we need wood, and we need a hinge. So in order to make a hinge, we need 2 of these, so make 3 of these. We don't have enough metal for that, so now we gotta go mine some metal. Right there. So right now, where the helm is going to go, there are 3 spaces along our middle line. Helm is going to go right here. That's where it makes the most sense. It's centered. That or it needs to go up there, where that fucking thing is. Which means that will need to be moved right here. Which I don't like. I don't like that at all. Either the deck gun goes here, or the harpoon gun goes here. Which means if the harpoon gun goes here, the cannon has to go here. And I know you're starting to question things, but you got so much else space. Cargo. Cargo is the name of the game. Okay? That's how we do everything. Cargo is the name of the game. That's how we move from one place to the next in some semblance of security. Okay? So the first thing that we have to know how to make is this here helm. Okay? So we're going to need 2 more of these. I need to make a hinge. Okay? I need wood. Oh, look at that. I'm missing one of those. Yeah. Okay. Just looking at stuff. You'll figure it out here soon enough. Okay. Some of you might be like, you gotta make a rudder. I'm looking at this. I think it's wrong. Yeah, better to have visibility from all sides of the deck. You can even put that further back and put the helm right here, creating more deck space. Yeah, I dig that. The only reason why we'd need an arch now is shade and lining things up. That might not be necessary just yet. Next most opportune thing to learn how to make. In my personal opinion, gotta be that thing right there. We're going to need 2 of them. Now, the thing about this game that you may not know or understand, I'm just sort of demonstrating here, is the more rudders you have, the faster you turn. So we're going to need a hinge, we're going to need cloth, which we have, we're going to need metal bits. So in order to get that, we have to find another metal node. Or scrap node. Weird. Really weird. There's another one right over here. Okay, for a second there. Yeah. I already learned how to make it. In order to make it, I need 2 struts and 1 crude thing and 1 hinge. Okay, so how to make a hinge with one of those 2 legs. Okay. We need 2 more struts, which means we need more metal bits. I'm not really seeing a lot of floaters right now. What's that? Looks like metal bits. So it is. Don't worry, I'll be showing you how to get out to those islands soon enough. Don't you be going nowhere now. We need another hinge. Ah! Which means there went that advantage. Let's see if we can still make... No! Because we need 2 struts! Ah! What's in here? Oh, nothing. It's a pallet. That's not what that does. Here we go. We got lucky. Okay. Okay. Turning radius deeply increased. We don't need another one of these, I don't think. A third one would be nice, but I'm not willing to expand enough to do that. I think 2 will do us well. Alright, what's next? We need the wingdings, which means we need more struts. Okay. You're going to be in the way, aren't you? Let's see. Oh, shit. That's not what I meant to do. Alright. Wrong side. Got one. Two. Alright. Ah, shit. She's starting to look like a ship, folks. Unfortunately, we cannot take her out for a test ride yet. So, her deck gun can go here, where she has the greatest amount of visibility, and can do some port and starboard shit. And her grapple gun will go right here. Whatever the fuck you want to call it. Can make 3 of these now. We don't need 3 of them. We need to figure out the next thing that we need to do. I suppose. But we don't really have a metal for it. All right. So, some of the answers that I figured out. 1, you have to make the safe spaces yourself. Okay, which is fine. It's just that becomes more hazardous as time passes. 2, there is no falling damage. Okay, at all whatsoever. 3, and I'm trying to put this into appropriate context and words. Some of the things that were available in the demo basically allowed us to flesh out the ship in a much better way. Like we had the semicircle sections right here, which we haven't done yet. The handles don't actually do anything yet. I'm saying yet for a reason. Let's see what our next unlock is. The simplest answer is going to be this deck gun, which we need to sort out in short order. I don't really know why they did things in-game a certain way. Maybe it still needs time to cook, which is fine. So let's take a moment with the map before I continue blathering. We have a shipwreck out here which eventually we're going to need to get to. And it seems like we have more land out this way, which eventually we're going to have to flitter by over to and see what's what, and see what resources we have. See, that rock to me is shining. We need to check it out. I'm pretty sure it's just a rock, but we gotta know. And it's just stone, that's all that it is. It's just stone. I have yet to see. I think there's a building over there, which means there's going to be enemies over there. We are not ready for that. We are not equipped for that. We need to get equipped for that. Same with over there. Before we set sail from this place, I do know that we're going to need everything that we can find on all of the floating rocks around us. All of it. To the best of our ability. We've been at this for a little while now. I think I'm going to save what's left on the to-do list for next time. Real quick, I'm going to see if we've unlocked anything. Yeah. Oh, look, we can get that right now. Ramming speed! Not yet. We don't have the metal for it. That seems to be the crux. That seems to be the problem. We don't have the metal for it. That is the bulk majority of our issues, is either we will not have enough lithium or we will not have enough metal. In order to make the technological leaps that we're going to need to make, this is going to require a lot more work. I will not play this without you. I will try to do this as episodically as I can. Anyways, for the now, to the outro. Okay, folks, this is where I'm going to leave it for right now. When we come back, which I'm hoping will be in a day or two, we're going to start serious work on the fleshing out of our ship, the exploration of the islands around us, the defeating of the various bad guys in our vicinity, the finishing out of the lighthouse the second we can figure out what kind of power source there is that's required for that one component. There are more questions in my mind than there were before. We have a functioning safe space, and we need to do our very best to take the best advantage that we can of this area before we move on. From what I understand, things get more hazardous from here. Okay? Things are going to get significantly more difficult. I know this was a long one, and I do apologize. But if you stick with me long enough, you'll notice that I have particular habits towards games that I really enjoy. This game, I really want to see where we can take this. I'm sorry I'm in a lot of pain. I'm sorry that I'm not talking to you all as well as maybe I should because of this big fucking piece of plastic and all the dental shit that I have to go through. And I am sorry for the long format. I thought seriously about breaking this down in half and doing 2 parts. You let me know down in the comments if you would prefer something more short form. It's just somewhere in the gameplay, I kind of got a little lost in what I was doing and all of the building, all the stuff that we get to do, and and I couldn't stop myself, and so I do apologize for that. I also am grateful that so many of you are still here with me, 112 of you, and that you're willing to watch what I have to offer. If you would like to continue to support me, please do not forget to hit that like button. It does actually help. In the day and time of the algorithm, positive feedback is the only way you can actually support those whom deserve your support. Lack of teeth makes you snacky. I don't know why. Don't pay any mind to that. that is a pile of post 10 tooth extraction depression. Please try to ignore that. I should have cleaned that up. Anyways, please hit that like button. If you would like to follow me for more, don't forget to subscribe. If you would like to support me being here, please go over to my Patreon. It's only $5 a month. No, there are no hats or t-shirts, but maybe I can get a stripper to do you a little dance for that $5. We'll see. We'll see. In the interim, until next time, God bless you. Each and every single one of you, thank God for you. Have fun. Be safe. Fucking take care of each other. That's an ultimatum, goddammit. That's serious. I'm Captain Frank Hawks, and I am signing out.